Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast. Thank you for checking out another episode of the show. Today's feature is my new friends in Sisser. They stopped by to talk about their new EP called Haunted Rooms, and we had a lot of fun kind of getting into that, the stories and recording and everything else behind the scenes. So I hope you enjoy this one. And I want to remind you, Rock Paper Podcast is brought to you by Roughneck Beard Company and American Rambler, located here in St. Louis, Missouri, over in Maplewood off of Manchester. Stop in and visit them locally, or you can shop 24/7 at roughneckbeardcompany.com. Use my code RPP15 for an exclusive 15% off your purchase. You know, they got all your beard oils, your beard balms, and all sorts of wonderful all-natural grooming products over there. So check it out and try out one of my favorites, Roughneck Genesis. Roughneck Genesis has been changing the beard care industry since 2016. This cutting-edge formulation of aloe vera juice infused with biotin, B12, MSM, and natural glycerin will push your facial hair to its healthiest and fullest potential, while making your oils and balms work harder. Nothing else like it on the market, folks. So check it out at roughneckbeardcompany.com. You know, it's getting close to Christmas and all that stuff. This makes a great stocking stuffer or, you know, a gift for any season, whatever it is. It's so if you got someone you love that has a beard, show them some, give them some of these Roughneck Beard Company products, and they'll thank you forever. Also, big thanks to Heil Sound for their continued support and helping me make this show sound great. Shop at heilsound.com today and get yourself a new microphone. That's it for me, everybody. If you need me, you can find me at the new and improved rockpaperpodcast.com. You can hit me up on email at rockpaperpodcast@gmail.com. And you can find me on the socials. And I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what it is you've been listening to recently, or if you have any requests or anything else coming up. So with that out of the way, sit back, relax, and enjoy this new episode with Sisser.
Podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show that's not on the radio. It's on the internet. Does that make sense? Uh-huh. Yeah. That's also like my mom. It makes it sound more confusing, doesn't it? It sounds like this.
We're Sisser, and you're listening to Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Scissors beat paper, paper covers rock. Rock beats scissors, Shane covers non-stop. Never know what new kind of guests that he's got coming at you. Live and direct on the spot. Could be rock, folk, country, or hip-hop, jazz. All kind of folks that he has. Could be an artist or a comedian to make you laugh on the
Rock Paper Podcast.
double-decker fudge round, rolling round town. Shane coming at you live and direct from ground zero. He's your hero, he's your bestie. Rock Paper Podcast with Shane Presley.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Hey everybody, Shane Presley here, Rock Paper Podcast, coming to you from St. Louis, Missouri. Hanging out today with Sisser. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Thanks Shane.
Wow.
I did say that right, didn't I? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just making sure there wasn't some different, because I've only read it in text. So sometimes I read things my own way, and then I'm like, oh, oops.
Yeah, it's you got it right.
All right, good.
You got it right.
Yeah.
People like to also say
Sisser.
Sisser. Scissor.
Scissor.
Sizzler.
Sister. Sizzler.
Yeah,
That's a
that was a
favorite.
good one.
That's kind of.
Sisser.
Sisser. Yeah. Sisser.
Small town in Illinois.
I figured there was probably some of that, like you know, the marquees and stuff. You know, like having your name. You know, especially trying to, if it's anything over a phone or whatever, and then like having them spell it. You know, on the one of those kind of situations or something like that, and like, you know.
Yeah. What did Jessica from Deep Sea Diver call us? She call us sister on stage.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Last year we opened for them at Foo Bar, and we're all big fans. And she said, "Yeah, thanks to Sister."
Yeah.
And
we're big fans.
Almost said our name.
We all face palmed pretty hard there in the crowd, or at least I did. But no, it's Sister. You got it right.
All the real words are taken, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, apparently the Beatles was used, I think. So.
We threw that one out earlier.
Yeah. You guys want to go around and introduce yourselves properly for everyone listening today?
Of course we do. Yeah. I guess we'll start over here. My name's Mark. I play drums, and I've played drums for a long time now. I guess we've been in this band for over 3 years. And previous to this band, I played with Melissa in a couple of other incarnations, something similar.
Right on.
On to the next.
Good segue, I guess. I'm Melissa Powers, and I'm the lead vocalist, guitar player, shit starter. But yeah, we've been doing this for a little while now, and it's been fun.
Nice.
Bruce on bass. That's my story. No, I've known Shauna since high school and Mark for off and on for a million years, and yeah.
Nice.
I'm Shauna, guitar and keys, and some backup wailing sometimes. And yeah, met Bruce for lunch on just random whim, and he was talking this new band up. And I'd say maybe a week or two later, he's like, "Hey, remember that band I was talking about? Would you be interested?" So yeah. But we used to play together in a few different things, brickbat, and then played in the same band, but not at the same time as well.
Yeah.
Fire of a
She
Thousand
replaced me in a
Suns.
band years ago.
No, I didn't
And-
replace.
Oh, you upgraded. It was a replacement and an upgrade.
But yeah.
And yeah, I believe the line was, "I need you to play guitar in this new band." Like,
Yes.
it wasn't
It was
"Are you
something like
interested?"
that.
It was I need you to do this, and then please.
I was
I asked nicely, but
Well, I became friendly with Bruce online, and well, this is my first time meeting all of four of you, but I feel like I know Bruce. We've been friendly online for a while, and so it's cool to finally get to officially meet all of you and stuff, and get to know about this group. And we do have a brand new EP on the way that we're going to talk about, and all this stuff. But I guess you were saying, I think I read 2016 when we first officially formed the group and stuff. But obviously you said you guys are kind of talking about everybody kind of got history together.
yeah.
And what was the initial, starting this project? What were some of the ideas behind forming the band and stuff? What was?
I think really, when you play in bands, it's just kind of the thing that you do, right? You don't really know what else to do with your extra time. So after, playing in a band with Mark for a while, and, we kind of took a break after that one, fizzled out. I think I just sent Mark some songs, oh hey, I'm doing some things, and he came back and played some drums, and we actually met Bruce through another friend that we had come over and audition. That ultimately didn't work out, but Bruce definitely did, and that's kind of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. It was a friend of, a mutual friend that Mark and I have, but I hadn't seen Mark in probably 10 years, and I had never met Melissa at that point. And he said, "Hey, Mark and the singer from their old band Peach have some songs written. They want us to go over and jam." I'm like, "Okay, Mark Easley, really? He's alive and well? That's awesome." Because I hadn't seen you in 10 years or something. And then that's when we started playing, and then ultimately the other guitar player didn't work out, and then the story you hear about Sean that I just told about Shauna kind of happened with very fortuitous timing, because I hadn't seen Shauna in a long time either until really right before that. So
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Which came together over meeting to exchange a Franklin Felix vinyl, if I recall.
Yeah, yeah. My old band, she came out of nowhere, bought a record from a band that didn't exist anymore, and I had, I only had 200 copies of it in my basement. I was like, I need to. Can I just meet you for lunch and give you the damn thing? Because this band hasn't sold a record in 5 years or something. All right. And then 2 weeks later we were talking about how she needed to be in this new band. And
That was how long it took to mix that record too.
Pretty much, yeah. Well, let's not get into that.
I don't know. Just started recently following this Facebook page called like Things Local Musicians Do or something like that, and it was like kind of tapped into that vein of like buying a bunch of T-shirts and then the band breaks up and then you're like stuck. What do I do with all these 200 shirts I have here and stuff? And then until then the band has like a reunion later, and then you have like, hey, we have vintage T-shirts now and all this, that kind of thing. Like you bring all them back out. And,
I've lived that a couple times. It's real.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, they definitely tapped into something there. But that's I've seen that happen a lot. But so I figure a lot of bands or somebody in the band is sitting on, a basement full of CDs or T-shirts or whatever it is from from various projects.
Yep.
We've been fortunate in that I think we've managed to sell almost all the T-shirts that we've had printed.
Yeah, that's gone okay.
We've been order as well.
We've been cautious with that.
We've been cautious. We've thought in advance, and I don't think we really have any printed media in terms of music. So we don't. In this band, at least, we've yet to start the closet. The collection.
The inventory is currently contained in one suitcase. That's in my house. It always ends up with me somehow, but it's just one suitcase right now.
That said,
knock on wood.
I bet between the four of us, if we were to go find every unopened copy of every release we'd ever done in every other band before this and put them all together, it would be like a historic pile of whatever.
Yeah, that my go-to joke.
Drink coasters, frisbees, and whatnot.
My stupid go-to joke is always about that with CDs. Like, there's a price break at 1,000. It dropped down to $250 instead of $275 per unit when you order 1,000. So it's a no-brainer that you should order 1,000.
You now have 900.
Because you played 30 shows this past year where
sell.
10 people have come. So. But that was in the 2000s. This is 2020.
That's true. We've learned our lessons.
Yeah, probably.
I've talked about it on here. Just, I don't know. Speaking of like coasters and everything else, like I used to have this like massive binder of CDs when high school and stuff, and when everybody had that. And I remember like it got swiped at a football game or something, whatever it was, and after school. And I remember for some reason I was like walking on the street on the other side of the town. And I just happened to like catch my eye, a CD on the ground, and pick it up, and it says Shane's Mix on it. In the era when we all made a bunch of mix burn CDs and all that, and I remember like just like man, at least he like. Hopefully, I was hoping that at least if somebody took it, they would enjoy it. But now I just imagine them like driving around town, just like, no, this sucks, and just like slinging CDs out the window and stuff.
But it was yours?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was Shane's Mix and my handwriting, so that's at least one. I was like, what are the odds of that? But
the first thought that went through my mind when you started to describe, that the big book of CDs had been stolen, it's like, I wonder if I had a chance to buy that down at the Creepy Crawl lot.
Hey man, you want to? Hey, you like music?
All right.
It seemed like at least once a month you'd be on your way to your car or leaving your car, and somebody would come up with this, wad of like 200 CDs. Like, hey man, you want to buy this for $10? I'm getting rid of my collection. It's like, you don't look like a guy that listens as you flip through like Sepultura, Tool. It's like, these definitely don't look like your jams, but for $10, fuck yeah.
Was there like a common bonding influence or any or particular sounds that you were going for as when we formed this group, or has it evolved even since then to what it is today and stuff?
Yeah, that's a hard question, but I think generally, we like distorted guitars.
Right.
lots of different rock influences in this band, but that's not all we listen to. I know for sure. I don't know that we really set out with anything in mind. We just were kind of exploring, like, hey, what does it sound like if we do all this stuff together?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of similar tastes, but
Definitely.
Yeah.
there was never, I don't think, a common, we're going to do this.
Right.
It's just kind of fallen that way. I don't know.
When Bruce insisted, I do believe you had prefaced it as a female-fronted Queens of the Stone Age.
Yeah.
I was like, sold. All right.
Yeah.
I'm in.
And I don't know that we're that anymore, but that was a good shorthand.
Yeah.
Right.
They're one of my
Female
favorites.
fronted. That wasn't the part. That was
Yeah, there was a Stravinsky phase where I tried to push that, but it didn't go anywhere.
Too facile.
Yeah, and I mean we've got Sean is real into Western disco.
That's true.
Whatever that is. It's just
It's a small group.
a
It's
dumb
small
joke.
niche
A dumb
group.
joke among us.
We like our dumb jokes.
I figure like mostly that's what band practice is. It's just running inside jokes and everything else. Like just, things that only you guys get and that crack each other up and stuff. And after years of being in the band together and things. So,
Yeah, that's fair to say.
yeah. Right. Well, that's so we did put out a full length record, which is available. Like I said, we're on Bandcamp and things, and you can listen. So I guess like going into that, like I read that was all you guys did all that in house, right? Like recorded and mixed and everything yourselves.
We did.
Approximately, we did it in cabin.
In cabin. Yeah.
During an ice storm.
All right. So how was that experience? I mean, like, was it was it fun, or was it like, are you just glad it's over?
Oh,
or,
definitely fun.
It was fantastic.
That was the best.
Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah, we spent, I don't know, 5 or 6 days at a rented cabin down in Southern Illinois, and
An Airbnb to be specific.
yeah, yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, let's not broadcast
Yeah,
that
no,
too
we're not.
far.
Okay.
We didn't exactly clear that with anyone. We
No.
just moved right in. But yeah, Mark engineered the whole thing, and Shauna mixed it, and it was pretty much. We had outside mastering done, but yeah, it was all pretty much recorded.
We borrowed
within us.
a large van, and we packed it with our cars and stuff, but the van as well with basically like a studio's worth of equipment. Took it to some random place, which we won't talk about the location.
Undisclosed
It's the-
bunker.
Title of the record.
and basically set up a studio and recorded some stuff, and then tore it all down and tried to make it look like nobody was ever there. Packed it all up and left.
Right.
And we even salted the sidewalk on our way out.
We did. We were
And
sweet
they
guys.
appreciated that.
We were sweet guys.
It
It was
was
a little scary to get the message afterwards. I was like, sorry. I got a message afterward. I was like, uh-oh. And it was, hey, thanks so much for salting the sidewalk on your way out. No problem. It was mainly so we didn't kill ourselves while carrying ice,
Right.
but let's go with we were being courteous.
Hey, you gave us solid electrical. We wanted to repay the favor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
and we were actually snowed in for a few days.
Yes.
There was no leaving.
I think we had to break out around day 3 when we ran out of alcohol.
Yeah.
And we ventured to town. Found a few places and discovered it was going to be near an hour before they would sell it to us.
Yeah. That's
we
right.
waited like a bunch of
Yeah.
alcoholics.
It was Sunday morning in Southern Illinois, and we were
checked out the
pacing back and
section.
forth in the front of the gas station like a bunch of drunks.
Sweating bullets.
It was the proudest.
I remember I used to work at a gas station. I'd see a lot of interesting characters come in there, and I remember this woman would come in a lot in the morning and buy beer, and she always would tell me that she was making beer bread, and I'm like okay, and I'm like, man, that lady really likes beer bread. And she, and somebody's like, yeah, don't let her fool you. She's she's an alcoholic, and I'm like, oh well, whatever. I mean, like, you know, I just didn't get why she had to tell me a backstory. I'm not, you know, I'm not judging or whatever. I'm just slinging, and trying to get everybody out of there before. But anyway, I just thought that was funny that she had to tell me this whole backstory that she created. And I'm just like, well, all right. So
Yeah, I mean, it's her liver.
yeah,
Do with it as she will.
yeah. So we got all right. So we got a new batch of songs we've been working on, and we're getting up to the release of this brand new EP, and we do have a single coming out on November 6th, and it's titled Black Queen. And you guys, let's get into this one. Let's talk about some of the new stuff and where this new EP coming out. What do we want to add around Black Queen and this lyrics or recording? And
Wow. Gosh, I don't actually remember how it started musically. Was it keys first?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Shauna's key line started that whole thing.
It was some random piece I had dwelling about, and we were talking about throwing some new ideas out there. It's like, yeah, maybe this one. Threw that out there. I believe the chorus kind of stayed as is, but the very first piece, although the notes were the same, it had more of a circusy kind of calliope swing to it, and we were like, yeah, maybe less circusy on that, and kind of pulled that back, made it way more melodramatic, and then added the other pieces along with it. It's kind of just A-B part to start on just keys, but the group completely envisioned what it could be, so they grew it into something that was worthwhile. So
I don't remember. I don't have any recollection of putting the pieces together, which tells me it must have been an easy song, and it just kind of like fell into place and happened, which I think is generally one of the two ways it normally goes for us. It's either fight to put the pieces together for a while until it happens, or it's just like, oh, it's all there and you move on.
Mm-hmm. It does tend to be one or the other,
right.
But and I mean, content-wise, it's really just kind of about exploring one's shadow self, if you will. Basically your emotions, your psyche, kind of taking a dive down to the underworld, if you will. And it borrows a little bit from the story of Persephone in mythology, who was captured by Hades and forced to live in the underworld. Actually, so the line, if you fall down a crack in the ground, take heed, that was basically ripped from that story where Hades basically opens up the ground and Persephone falls down to hell. So, yeah.
yeah.
It's very light.
he's a dick.
So when we said make it less circusy, Melissa went
very
full
less
on, very not circusy.
Yeah, she's very inspired by Twinkies and rainbows.
When we make a suggestion, Melissa runs with it.
Too far.
She creeps
Do you get into a lot of that, like as even just as a fan, like even not even in before your writing and stuff? Like, is that a big part of your reading and all that?
Yeah, I do enjoy mythology, and I think at the time I was reading this book, Women Who Run with the Wolves, and it's stories of a female archetype, which actually I don't think that one gets into Persephone, but it's basically all of these different ancestral stories about embracing your wild feminine. There's a lot of shadow work involved in that, at least according to the book. So I like that stuff.
Yeah, and you guys took this project to the studio, correct? When we worked with Ryan, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was Bird Cloud.
Bird
right?
Cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was that experience like compared to, recording by yourselves in a cabin to taking it to a studio and stuff?
Mark and I both spoke up way easier.
We'll let you guys answer.
I'll give my answer. I think we only had one requirement to make this record, which is let somebody else make the record.
Please and thank you.
Yeah. Having done a couple of rounds of recording ourselves, I think both Sean and I, and probably also Bruce and Melissa, they were kind enough not to say it out loud. We're like, could we just hire somebody else to so that we could be a band and show up and play and not fuss with all the business of making a recording, which I think worked out well on all fronts. My mental health is better.
Yeah.
record
Half the band
sounds a lot
didn't
better.
hate it by the time we were done.
Yeah. I've heard
Yeah,
this
the songs
song
feel
over
better.
4,000 times. I really think it's okay now.
Yeah, it was nice to lift that burden off these two. As awesome a job as they did with the first recording and then demos along the way. It was nice to hand that off to some very capable hands. Ryan's awesome to work with. I've known him a long time. I found a poster where he and I's old bands played together, Mississippi Nights. I mean, that's how far back we go. So, it's our first time as a band recording with him, and it was great.
Yeah, man. Yeah, very, very talented guy.
Yeah.
Very much so.
He's another, I haven't really, we've been friendly online, haven't really officially met him, but, been a fan from afar, following some of his music and stuff, and his, is what, 8 second song, or
19 seconds.
19 seconds, yeah.
No free ads, right?
Yeah, right. But, yeah. But those,
That was a half day's worth of studio time right there.
right. Yeah. Well, did you get to do a lot of this live together at all? Or was it all tracked, or how did the studio process work for you? Or did you get to drums and bass together or anything like that?
Complete opposite of the other.
Yeah.
The alto pass had to be, everybody had to nail it live together. This time we had a little bit more freedom. So I'll let you speak on that.
I think the process was run everybody direct or semi-direct. No bleed into the microphones and record the drums, and then go back and layer everything on top, which I think is the standard rock approach.
Sure.
Yeah. Ryan, it helps. He's pretty much a wizard with the software. So you give him bits and pieces. That's another free plug, Ryan.
Yeah.
That's a full day now, if you're listening.
I'm writing it down.
But no, he's awesome with the software. So I mean, you run a handful of takes with him, and he's like, "It's in there, man. Don't stress.
Yeah.
Well, I'll figure it out later." And he goes and finds it, and we just build it piece by piece. And it was so much less stressful than having to have everybody on 100% of the time, and everyone nailed the song at the same time. So it was a breeze.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking.
Yeah, I mean, I could see a situation where, and honestly, this did not happen with us in the cabin, but where, it's kind of like the thing in school where somebody did something and the teacher's like, until one of you fess up to it, all of you are in trouble, which is kind of like the situation if you're trying to track it all at the same time. And
exactly.
it's like,
oh, sorry, I blew that one, guys. You were all flawless, but
yeah. And actually, that didn't happen. We had a really nice time, and nothing got too stressful. But I could see a situation where that would happen and maybe not be so fun.
Yeah, I'll double down on what Bruce said. Working with Ryan, not only is he great with the software, but he has such a great musical ear. Like his ability to understand the songs. We showed up. He already knew what the band was about. He had done his homework and listened to previous recordings, understood the sound, if there is such a thing, in the vibes. And, we had at least one song on that EP that for me is pretty hard to play. It takes a lot of energy, and I get maybe 2 or 3 good cracks at it, none of which in and of themselves would have been, the alto pass, like start to finish. And yeah, I didn't even second guess, his ability to figure out what needs to go there and to comp it together. I listen back to it and it's like, oh, it sounds fantastic. And to have somebody that you can trust to not have to. I mean, when you have some idea how the donuts are made, then it's really hard to not want to stand over the shoulder of somebody who's making the donuts and look at their technique and their stuff. But with him, it was easy because you knew he was going to get it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. Like, give me 20 minutes, I'll piece it together, and you'll be happy. And you come back, and you're happy.
So you guys give me a little advanced copy, a little sneak peek at what you've been working on, and the whole thing's great. Like I really like the EP a lot. Sounds great. And obviously, I think it's safe to say, like, overall, from the story of Black Queen, kind of give you an idea. I feel like overall, it's sort of a darker tones and messages throughout the record. I feel like, and was any of that was all this? These are all written prior to 2020, but I feel like that we are kind of going through some of these darker times. I don't know if you heard about, Mark, but there's global pandemic going on out there. So.
Oh, is that why? That's why I've been carrying the mask.
Yeah.
Does that explain that?
Right. So, but I just feel like
this is breaking news.
As we talk about one's mental health and everything. I mean, this has been a very trying year for all of us. So, so I feel like it's very appropriate, in a sense. Like it talks about certain messages, and overall, like I feel like there's a lot of stuff we can relate to. I think as anybody that's going through some of these darker times this year and stuff, but it still feels good though. There's I was talking. There's a Wayeth track that I really like on here. That I feel like and gets into real more rock and roll for me, like with the keys, and so it's fun to hear it coming out in more, especially that particular track having the keys pushed up front more. I feel like, and so was that a goal for that particular track or anything? Would we like to push keys on more or?
Anything that would make you need to stomp along with it,
right?
Very
definitely,
aggressively, yes.
Yeah,
whatever it took to get that effect.
I haven't got to see you all live yet, but that's what I imagine, the really head banging keys and kind of stuff and getting into it, and so
that one's got a good stomp and driving vibe, and I don't know if it. I honestly don't think we set out for that song to be a keys driven song. I think it just sort of made sense to Shauna that way. I don't know.
I think I tried a couple guitar angles at that. I was like, I just know, and I just, wait. And
hey guys, what if
I broke out the Hammond on this? And let her rip. So yeah,
it's funny because with Shauna, we didn't. Well, we sort of got this package deal that maybe we weren't even sold on initially, so it was like an extra bonus. But I remember Bruce sent over some of Shauna's solo stuff, Force and the Hunt. Check it out. But
another free ad.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Forests and the Hunt.
Checks in the mail.
Yeah, but she's a multi-instrumentalist, obviously, and played a lot of different stuff on that. So we just had her, join the band to play guitar, and then it was kind of like, well, hey, what about some keys here and there? Or maybe you had the idea first. Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't think it was. I'm not sure if that really factored in. I think it was actually something on your first Forest in the Hunt recording. It was actually like a guitar solo or melody line or something that really made the light bulb go off for me. Mm-hmm. But I don't think I ever really thought, oh, we're going to need her to play keys too a bunch. I mean, I don't think that, that was just secondary, a bonus,
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember where the keys came in first. Was it maybe American Scream from the first record? It was like, yeah, maybe another angle on this. Maybe a little organ might do her. And then every once in a while we threw a key song in there for good measure and for funds.
Yeah.
And it kind of works out pretty good. You got about 2 out of the 5 on this one as well.
Yeah.
So there's a good mix of that in there.
I'm also a multi-instrumentalist. I play extensive harmonica and mouth harp. I've been trying to bring both instruments into this band to no avail. Let the record show that.
Sadly, Mark plays guitar better than it's just, and he's on drums all the time.
Yeah, don't let him give you shit here. He's an awesome guitar player too. But his kazoo skills are kind of
I'm still working on kazoo. Still working on that.
Debatable.
You'd think with mouth harp you would already get some kazoo like leeway, but it doesn't work that way.
It's like they said, you can only be a master at 85 things.
Right.
Don't try it. You're like at 86.
I can't hear kazoo without thinking of that Kazoo Kid YouTube video and stuff. I don't know if you guys catch that
I don't know
one.
if I've seen that one.
No.
I don't know. I guess it's sort of like instructional video, like a VHS tape for kids to learn how to play kazoo. I think that's essentially what it was. I haven't watched the official version of it or anything, but there's a clips online of this this little blonde-haired kid, and he's like kazoo, and they've made it a meme, and it's been remixed, and obviously once the internet got a hold of it, it's everything, but. I highly encourage you to check out Kazoo Kid if you haven't checked it out.
It sounds like it might be like
Should we cover it?
Remember
Probably.
the Klutz books? Books you used to get, they were 10, 15 pages, hard cardboard, but they would always come with a set of juggling balls or kazoos or harmonicas, and it would teach you the skill. Sounds like it could be related to that.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know a lot of the origin on it, but it makes me laugh. And
Googles immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that'll be the first thing I look up tomorrow morning when I'm supposed to be working.
Mind if you pause and look this up real quick?
49 million views on YouTube.
Wow. Oh, that's all?
Just a couple. Yeah.
Okay, so
On Kazoo.
Don't run, jump, or dance while playing the kazoo.
Got it?
Ouch! Oh, hi. Wait a minute. Who are you? I'll tell you a secret. Sometimes I get a little quiet when I meet lots of new kids.
Man, we need to hire that kid.
Yeah.
Kid's good.
So Shane, I would like to. I'll pay you later for helping to put up that evidence.
Yeah.
Kazoo, everybody. 49 million views.
People are
Damn, we might be onto something.
Yeah. People want it. They need the kazoo.
Don't help Mark build his case here.
Well, let's talk about another track that will be appearing on the EP. Do we have a name? Is it just EP, or do we have an official title for the EP?
Yes, it is called Haunted Rooms.
Haunted Rooms.
Yeah.
I probably should have wrote that down, but
That's okay.
I think that was a late entry.
We just made it up just now.
No, we may have actually settled on that name after I sent you the track. So
Okay.
yeah, that's on us.
all right.
That's all right.
But we wanted to give a little leak, a little sneak peek of what else you have been up to. And this is a track called Tail Spinning. And what do we want to know? What do you want to add around this song, guys? Any stories? Anything come to mind about tail spinning?
I don't know the backstory of the lyrics. What do you? Is that what's going on there?
Oh, I just like some general ennui, maybe. No, well, like we talked about a little bit earlier, the whole record has kind of themes of like disappointment or depression, which is something that I deal with, and actually. Still working on that, learning more about myself every day. That kind of explains maybe why I felt like I was tail spinning. But, it's not literal. I do borrow from things in my life, but then kind of tend to create stories around them. But, I think that one started as a guitar song, right? I mean, that was we just sent that out. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it.
I'll say as far as, we were talking earlier about, songs that come easy and songs that are kind of a struggle. I think that one, we put that one firmly in the songs that are a struggle to get to. I that's one that we thought we had completed, and I think we played live a couple times to disappointing results on our end, and we kind of went back and kind of ripped it apart. Looked at the guts a little bit, threw some guts out, put some new guts in, and kind of retooled it a little bit, and until we were finally happy with it. And honestly, I think of this EP, sonically and feel wise, I think it's probably my favorite of the 5, favorite or second favorite. It's just knowing how much we struggle with it to get it to where it's at. I just feel really happy. It makes me really happy to hear how it came out in the end.
I love that kind of stuff. Like as a fan of music and just like, you know, I'll follow a band and you know, you've seen them do it live. Maybe they debut it and, you know, live and you're like, you hear it one way and you're digging it. And then all of a sudden, like it finally gets to the studio portion where they are able to kind of, you know, make it finalized what the final version of it's going to be. And it comes out on the album and it's a little different, a little tweaks, you know, here and there, whatever it is. And where the producer or, you know, tried to, you know, change some certain things. And then all of a sudden it clicks like, oh, that makes someone, now it's like, you know, that makes so much sense. Why didn't we think of that kind of thing? But as a fan, then like it comes out and you're like, oh, it's, you know, it's so good. But I sort of like that, just that evolution of a song kind of following until it's completed and stuff. And so,
yeah, I mean, I think we probably had moments on that one where we were kind of like, we're just not executing this right. What's wrong here? Do we throw this one away or do we keep hammering away?
Well, I think that's like, you know, when you ask a guy like Ryan to help you out with the song, I think that's where, you know, having an engineer and producer role like that, to having outside ears to like, hey, here, maybe let's try this or whatever. I don't know if he was a lot of help on that particular song, but I just feel like that kind of having that kind of role can really help make, you know, finalize the record and stuff. And
I wouldn't say he shaped that one structurally, but sonically a little bit here and there. There was some things. I mean, there's some elements there that were definitely, you know, guitar wise, you know, try this, try that. You know.
Mm-hmm. We had the songs mostly done when we went in, but yeah, definitely. I think
it was mostly my fault on this one because Melissa has this awesome riff, and we were trying to do kind of a double up Thin Lizzy situation,
shoulder to shoulder.
And since we play in different keys, like our guitars are tuned differently, we would just like run into this intonation problem of like, no matter how smack on both of us were, we just had to struggle with the instrument itself, like just slightly being off in one way or another. And then Melissa came up with a second riff to throw on there that was genius. So then at that point, we were now doing two different things, and that was gone out the window, enhanced the song even further, and just made it killer.
Nice. Yeah.
You remember it better.
I remember it.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I remember we had like a few different endings.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we were
several different
trying to figure out. I think we were trying to figure out how to end that one at the 11th hour. Of like studios next week. Let's settle on an ending for real, guys. You know. And,
I actually wrote the. I'm sorry, Mark. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say of the EP songs, it's probably my favorite to play. But my memory of recording it was, I think we did come very prepared with most of the songs done, all the songs really. But I don't remember if we had that one. I think we already had decided to do the rubato, the slow down in tempo at the end.
Yeah,
but
I think that was a late decision. But that's what I mean. A couple of weeks before
but when we got in the studio, like the first several times of trying that, we're like, no, that doesn't work. No. We tried various things with the metronome, with automation and sloping, and I think Ryan's solution, the thing that stuck, was, all right, man, do it again, and I'm just gonna turn everything off when we get to that point, and you just play it like you just pretend you hear it. And I think that's what we did, and I did it. I was like, I walked into the control room, and I was like, that was horrible. I was like, no, that's pretty good. And then we had to take the instruments out to like, I don't know, is everybody going to be able to play with that? Does it, you know, does the graduation, does it make sense? And I think it was pretty easy to play. Yeah. In fact, maybe we haven't played it that good since.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Well, we've only played like one live show since then. 2020.
Virtual live. Yeah.
Sorry, you were going to say something, wasn't it?
Oh no, I was just going to say I think I wrote the lyrics, the final lyrics to the bridge in the studio, or like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember you sitting there like, yeah, I think I got it now. I'm like, oh yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's good timing because here we are.
Yeah. Like, thank goodness. Yeah. It's kind of, it's the interesting part of I want to say being in a local band, but I'm sure that, you know, I don't know what it's like to not be in a local band. So I'm sure this is universal, but, you know, like we'll write songs and we'll try to get things done for the show, or, you know, get things done for like XYZ event, and not necessarily like, I have 3 months of no responsibilities to write the album of my life, you know, right? So by the time we got into the studio, it's like, oh, you know, let's just make some revisions, which is what happens because the songs are actually, I mean, we've had those songs for a long time. And then, then with COVID happening, we recorded them in February. So it's been
barely maybe
even longer. Yeah. So it's kind of funny to just be sitting on them for a while and then rewrite them and then sit on them some more. But it's time.
I think there's something to that too, though. Obviously, a little pressure putting on and forcing you to come up, be creative, instead of having all the time, in the world kind of thing. So
right.
Yeah, I think there's something to that when you're actually in a studio and the meter's kind of running,
right?
Versus when we record something ourselves and have the luxury to tinker later and everything. It's kind of like it's got to be done by Sunday night.
Here we go.
That's what we got booked. Yep. Stuff gets put back in the van and goes home Sunday night. So
deadlines are good.
Yeah, deadlines are good.
Well, you can get the whole EP, Haunted Rooms, December 4th, exclusively on Bandcamp that day. Mm-hmm. And you'll hear the other 3 tracks that go with this. And then we'll do a larger release someday after that, and we're gonna keep it on Bandcamp for the time being, right? That's the plan.
Yeah, we're gonna start with it exclusively on Bandcamp, so that's where you want to go to get it, and then in the weeks that follow, we'll be out on Spotify. We write the old records on Spotify, right now, so we'll be adding that later, and we're
Bandcamp's been. I mean, obviously. With everything going on, they've been super supportive of bands, and especially independent bands, and doing their first Fridays, which I guess that would be a first Friday.
This is the first Friday,
so
it is not a coincidence, my friend.
So they, if you're unaware, Bandcamp has been doing really cool stuff to support independent artists with waiving all of their profit shares on the first Fridays. So it would mean a lot if you go download it on December 4th, day of, and support this project, and hopefully we'll keep, be able to do another project, another EP, another album, and everything else. Keep supporting. So again, check it out on Bandcamp. There, you can also find Sisser on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. So. And they got some live videos up there. I was checking those out.
Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a special video rather soon. So, depending on when this gets released, it might be out. It probably will be. We might be right in the throes of it. So,
all right.
Should we let everybody know a little ahead of time?
You should definitely tease that.
Yeah.
So, if you're interested in participating, so we're going to release Black Queen a little bit early, and we've put together a karaoke video for anyone who'd like to give an attempt and maybe singing along with us, having some fun with us. We'll be releasing that about the same time, kind of running up between now and the full release. Maybe some prizes for best. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
we'll talk about them.
Yeah, there will be prizes of unspeakable value for those who want to record themselves doing karaoke to Black Queen.
Weird Al. This is a call to Weird Al Yankovic. I'm dying for you to take a crack at this. Please.
Weird Al, are you listening?
Everybody has a fantasy. That's mine. So now the whole world knows. Whatever.
Yeah.
So it is a full-on karaoke video with all the trappings of your favorite karaoke style.
It's got some of the fantastic backgrounds you can expect from a karaoke video. It's got the quality Muzak version of this song.
Lyrics in multiple languages.
I think we're going to do German and Thai at the minimum.
Yep.
So
Shauna made us create MIDI files of all of our parts.
Yeah.
No, it was fun.
Yeah,
the
so
worst
that's
homework ever.
By the time this episode airs, it'll probably be out. So look for it on our YouTube channel, and we'll have it linked on our Facebook and other places as well.
We'd love to hear you.
It'll be easy to find.
Yes.
What is? Let's go around. What's your go-to karaoke song? Does everybody have one?
Oh, I it's a hard pass as a drummer. I don't sing. So if there's enough tequila, vodka, anything that's more than 40% alcohol, eventually I might do it. But
Not even Weird Al?
not even Weird Al, unless Weird Al himself is there, in which case sky's the limit.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be funny to go out there and get some My Bologna or something going on.
The other day I was playing acoustic guitar and I was just playing dumb chords, thinking about something else and just kind of like playing by rote. I realized that I was playing Yoda. I was like, oh, yeah, I know those chords.
Yeah.
So look out, guys. It's coming.
All right. Anybody else
what's your
have
go-to karaoke song?
I've recently been told that I need to cut it out, but no, it's not. It's really not. I just try to go for fun usually, because singers have this weird tendency to think they need to do like Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On or something to like show off. I don't know. Not all singers, hashtag. But I do Hit Me With Your Best Shot. Pep and
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not much of a karaoke guy, but I have been known to scream along in a dive bar to "Still of the Night" by Whitesnake.
There you go.
Mostly because I like the David Coverdale hand motions.
Yeah.
Feel your body heat. That's my favorite.
In your jean jacket.
Yeah. He wants to be Robert Plant so bad. I can identify with that.
You got one?
We got
Yeah, if it's not something off of Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust, it's going to be Olivia Newton-John's Magic from Xanadu.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I recently, it's been a couple years now, but I did a pretty, I want to say a pretty spot on version of Bob Seger's Night Moves.
Nice.
And my wife actually, helped me with the harmonies and stuff on there, doing some background vocals and things. So it was funny to me because I don't know, I enjoy it, and obviously Seger's something in my range, and so I can kind of pull that one off. But it was funny. I actually had some people like, man, it was like sound just like the album or something. And I was like, whatever, get out of here. Like,
Did you get all 129 of the night moves at the end of the song where he says it like every 4 bars?
Oh yeah, right.
For eternity.
Yeah, right.
Work on the night.
Yeah. I have this is embarrassing. I have a pair of pajamas and they say Night Moves.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I've been asking some of these silly questions and having a lot of fun with them. But what's a dream duet? I think we might have already learned Mark's, but what's a dream duet or collaboration that you guys would like to see for the band?
What was the first part of the question? A what or
A
collaboration?
dream duet or collaboration. If you were to, I always like to look at it as open up to either vocalist or instrumentalist or even producers and stuff like. So if there's anybody that you would like to work with,
I can't say specific people, but I definitely have a love of. Don't kill me, guys. I'm sorry. Unlike the kazoos, this one's serious, but I really do love horns, especially low brass, right? Mid and low brass. So it'd be nice someday to get a horn section for a song. I don't know if we'd ever be able to do it live, but
So, getting Chicago to play with us?
I'll take that.
Yeah.
well, I know we have a fantastic group here in town, the Funky Butt Brass Band. That are good friends of mine, and those guys, world class horn players, man. They're very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Cody on his sousaphone playing bass, is a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, those guys are great.
Yeah.
What about you, Melissa?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm terrible with these kinds of questions, but the obvious choice is like Joshua Ami, right? Ginger Elvis, but gosh, I don't know. I would love to just hang out with Tony Iommi and obviously Ozzy and the Sabbath crew.
Yeah.
They're I'm not going to say they're old, but they're getting older. We're getting older too, but I still think that would be pretty fun.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't know. It's kind of similar to Mark. I don't have a specific person in mind, but I mean, we do have a fake choir in Exhibit A on the record. Teaser alert. So I think if we had a real choir singing that part, maybe on the opposite side of the stage as the horns we just mentioned,
Yeah.
just get.
So Boston
have it.
Symphony and Vienna Boys Choir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real easy. That's an easy load in.
Right.
That's an easy sound check right there, right?
And then we'll
No.
just bring in the orchestra. You know,
Yeah.
and like,
To hell with Boston. London Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah.
If we're going to do it.
I mean, just go big or go home.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that'd be fun.
for sure.
No offense, Boston. It's a great orchestra.
Oh, complete pass here, unless we're going with the symphonic idea. We could get a little ELO behind us, and
yeah.
we got some choir, we got some symphony on that.
That'd
But
be sweet.
Yeah.
That's next record for sure.
yeah. King
ELO,
Crimson, maybe.
Jeff Lynne.
Lynne,
Jeff Lynne. We're
listening.
looking for a producer. Calling Jeff Lynne.
Paging Jeff Lynne. Jeff Lynne, pickup line 2.
Not quite the style, but I think the two would meld fantastically.
He would definitely up the hair game in this band, I think.
Yeah.
No offense.
Sure. For sure.
Yeah. I mean, we got a lot of hair, Bruce. You know.
Not Jeff Lynne hair.
That's true.
That's a curly mop.
So I've been, maybe this one will work. I've been asking, it makes me laugh. Like, so I watched Toy Stories. I watched all the Toy Stories recently, and I was thinking, like, if we had like action figures for the band, what would your pull string say? Does anybody have a? And maybe you answer for the other people in the band because it's hard to name it for yourself. But what's something everybody else says in the band a lot? do you
I'm
think?
about to get roasted.
I don't.
Who wants to start roasting me?
I don't know.
Put a Sans amp in front of it.
That's it. That's the one.
Oh, that's way funnier than I thought you were going to go with that.
Is that whose is that? Is that just the collection?
Just collection.
Yeah.
I like how you did not do it with the affectated voice to keep the keep people
Put a
safe.
Sans amp in front of it.
All right, story's out now.
Speaking of bad inside jokes,
Yeah.
oh my God, that's the worst. I don't know, that one's worth explaining.
I mean, there is no explaining, really.
No, there isn't.
Yeah.
There isn't. Well, I don't know.
Anybody else got one?
I've never seen Toy Story, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Woody's a cowboy in the movie.
I know the character, yeah.
Yeah, and he's got
a pull string.
Yeah,
It's
and he's
like-
got a pull string, and that's how somebody poisoned the water hole, and like so it's just things that you say a lot, I guess, more frequently and stuff. So I've learned. I've talked about it a bunch on here, but my buddy Ryan pointed out and started doing an impression of me. Pointed out that I say "Hey everybody" a lot, like starting every episode of the show, and so the impression has gotten exaggerated, more and more, just stretched out even longer, and just like, "Hey everybody," just like, so that would be mine probably.
It's perfect.
I think we should have a 20-sided die with all of our various other band names that we passed on.
Yeah.
That could be a thing.
That could be a thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I've got some extra 20-sided die.
I had a feeling someone was going to say that my pull string quote would be like, "Don't forget, practice is Thursday," or some annoying, project manager type shit there. Because I tend to be the annoying one that reminds people of
Honestly, one of
places to be.
us has to have a pull string of shit. Was that a pedal that's broken, or did it blow a tube? Shit. Hold on. One sec.
Yeah. Or, how could we forget? On my way.
On my way.
Packing up now.
Yeah.
What's a movie or TV show you wish you were in? You guys get in any movies and TV at all?
Wait, did you say been in? Have we been
No,
in? Or,
that you would like to be in.
like to be in? Yeah. I mean, I'd go with Wild at Heart, David Lynch, and hopefully not be somebody that gets murdered, but like maybe someone at like the dance club,
Yeah.
wearing a snakeskin jacket because it reflects my individuality and something or perseverance. Yeah.
I was gonna go David Lynch too.
Yeah, you're gonna get a theme here, probably.
All right.
Team Lynch.
You know, honestly, as the band, we could do a whole Blue Velvet thing and be wonderful at this. But yeah.
Which one were you gonna go with though?
Oh, I was Twin Peaks: The Return. I'm probably Dougie. I don't know.
I definitely feel like this, like the record, the EP, could be like a cool soundtrack, type of thing, like, and like a dance club or some kind of like just that kind of feel. I don't know. It's sort of industrial feel to it, at times, and so I don't know. I just was like kind of picturing like some kind of like European dance club or some kind of vibe to it. I don't know what. I was trying to figure out what it was exactly what it was, but
I think we were going after crazy action scene where the helicopter's going down
Right.
and it's spiraling and it's taking out like buses on the way and a bridge comes down and
Keanu Reeves
somehow
jumps
there's
out.
also like a Godzilla monster at the same time and it wipes it out immediately and yeah.
I'd watch that movie.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I just want to be the band back to Twin Peaks. I just want to be the band playing in the bar at the end of
Ooh,
the Twin Peaks
now
episode.
you're
You know?
Yeah. That's my goal. Like, I just want to have like one little like one line cameo thing, like as a whatever waiter or something walking or something. Just I think that's like my bucket list goal. Like, is to just have one line recorded in a movie or TV show kind of thing, and I think that would be fun. So,
Yeah.
For sure.
So maybe someday we'll all get there. Get to be in Twin Peaks or something.
Yeah.
Be a backwards talking Black Lodge character.
Let's see. Does anybody do any celebrity impressions? No.
Not here.
You don't want to see. You don't want those.
You can't see, but we are all shaking our heads no.
That's a hard no, hombre.
It's fun to see who takes who bites on that one. To see
Yeah. I don't know that you're going to get much from us.
Right. Let's see. All right, last one. If when the day comes, we cast a Sisser biopic, who would you all like to see cast to play you in the movie versions?
Oh. I didn't think about this.
I mean, I think I want River Phoenix.
Yeah.
I mean, if the sky's the limit.
All right.
Mark's going to be mad, but the correct answer is Tom York.
Oh.
Sorry.
Actually, that'd be great.
Here, hold on, let me get my hair tied. Do the
Only
Tom York
because
thing.
Kurt Cobain's not available.
Right.
Yeah.
So we got Mark cast. We're good there.
Do you get that a lot?
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
yes. I think there's a certain amount of messy hair that when it's pulled back the right way, and I've even seen it myself after people have said it, like,
Sure.
oh, they weren't kidding.
All right.
Yeah.
My grandma used to always try to tell me I look like Elvis, but I think a lot of it just comes from the last name Presley. Like, I think once you hear the name, you're like, oh yeah, you kind of look like Elvis, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I got sideburns and whatever. Like, maybe there's certain faces I make my sort of, but like, I just don't see it. But it's funny. It's funny to hear when people say that stuff.
Okay, Grandma, whatever you say.
Yeah.
I don't know. Man.
I think Shauna would probably be like Winona Ryder. Yeah. Winona Ryder, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
I would want it to be Charlotte Gainsbourg, but that's only so I could have a really awesome voice and accent.
Yeah.
Same hair though, but yeah.
What about Bruce?
Who plays me?
Who's playing Bruce?
I got nothing.
Somebody with facial hair. Maybe how about Tom Hardy?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I'd take that.
That guy can do anything.
It's true.
He's got a lot of range. Very talented actor. Got one from Melissa.
Some people used to tell me I looked like Numi Rapace. That's all I got is who people would tell me I looked like. But
that's
think I
kind
know who
of
that is.
freaking badass.
Yeah.
The badass in every movie. From
Okay, cool. That checks out. All right.
the one in the most black.
Yeah. Well, very cool. I don't know. It's a fun idea to think about. Like, it's and I think it's fun in a band setting too, because you guys can, pick on the other people and stuff. Who you think would cast, who would be them. So, well, very cool. This has been a ton of fun, you all. This really, really glad I came out here today and get to meet you and get to talk about this Haunted Rooms EP coming out.
Yeah, thanks for having us, man. Thanks for
Yeah,
coming.
likewise.
Absolutely.
It's been
Yeah.
really fun.
For sure. So obviously we're doing the karaoke video. That's kind of a fun little twist on since we can't really do shows, we can't really do much of anything, kind of thing. So at least it's some way to interact with fans. Just get to play along at home and doing your own version of the song and
Just don't replace any of us. We need this band.
But are we doing any? You guys got some ideas for day of or leading up more or afterwards that we're doing?
Yeah. I forgot to mention earlier, but we are planning to do a live stream show on the 5th.
Okay.
On December 5th to celebrate the release.
Very
Probably
cool.
do it from the room you're looking at right here, and haven't really sketched out all the details. If we're gonna have any other bands on it or not, but definitely look for that as well.
Yeah.
We did one a few weeks ago with some friends from Chicago on the East Coast, and had a great time with it. Learned a lot about how much extra work that can be when you don't have a crew and you're doing it yourself. But at least the load in and out was easy. But we're gonna do another one on the 5th to
Shout out to Jeff for his help on that.
Yeah. Our main man Jeff Fields has served as our tech crew, our sound crew, and video crew, and he's going to be helping us out again. So yeah, December 5th we'll be doing that from here.
All right. Yeah, that's as close as you can get to the real deal. It's fun to at least see you all playing and hearing it live and everything. And but yeah, it's kind of crazy that now everybody has to learn how to be tech experts, and having to stream all this stuff and whatever, figuring it all out. And I've had to adapt to trying to do Zoom a lot for recording wise and stuff. And it's fun. Like, it's opened up possibilities of doing a lot of different things, but at the same time, it's like never replaces the real deal. But it's the least we can still have some sort of a connection there. So.
Yeah, it was a little weird to finish a song during that show. Finish a song in here to the sounds of absolute silence.
Should have
Just
queued
nothing.
up some crickets and had them on a pedal, just.
Next time.
We trusted they were out there.
Yeah.
They were out there, but it was
They were.
very hard to tell without
They
seeing
weren't making
that.
any noise though.
Yeah.
I had a buddy just recently posted online. He does comedy, and they've been doing outside comedy shows, and trying to space out and stuff. And he's like, now when I bomb, I can literally hear the crickets out, so it's happening. So, but yeah, anyway, we'll get involved again. Like I said, find Sisser on your Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, get plugged in on the Bandcamp. Is there a pre-save or any kind of option like that, or pre-download kind of thing?
Yeah, it might be live by the time this goes.
Okay.
By the time this episode drops, but when we on the 6th on Friday when the single goes live, you can pre-order the whole deal, the whole EP.
Very cool.
on Bandcamp there.
Yeah, so do that, and again, support this project and show some love. That's what it's all about. Keep them going.
Yep.
So we can keep doing this, do more fun things. But yeah, thank you all so much for doing this. It's been a lot of fun. Really had a good time tonight. So thank you for doing this.
Thanks.
Shane.
It's been a
It was
blast.
Thank you,
fun.
Shane.
Yeah.
Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast. Rock Paper Podcast.
Rock Paper Podcast.
Well, yeah, that was it.